Hello, boys and girls. Welcome to another session of Dwarf Fortress, Lancedbrains, where we are desperately waiting for a caravan or for migrants. We'll give it some time today and tomorrow. And if that doesn't help, then we will give up on this fortress. We will retire it. Hello, Fergo. This is a potential gap here. So did you recover well from your bike marathon? It would be so exhausting for me. I've been to go-kart racing right now, just a couple of minutes ago, and that was also quite demanding on my physique, my fragile physique. Just some strange issues with trade caravans and sieges or not living memory, or yeah, I don't know, something warm. Maybe they just don't want, maybe they just fear this haunted area. You biked another 40 kilometers next day. Yeah, you are a real sportsman. Based on the Fitbit heart rate graph, I was 150 beats per minute range for 1.5 hours. Oh. Unimaginable for me. Impossible to maintain this heart rate is, to tell it like Yoda. I think we can have another magma cycle. Just to have some more obsidian, you know. I don't know, my legs recover fast, it seems. Guess being in a race and seeing what? We were 500th place out of 1700. Oh, that's not bad. Okay, starting in the last block. Maybe. Oh, you passed 250 people. How long did it take? How long did it take you? "40 kilometers. Ay, ay, ay. So you are now going to train for the marathon next year? You're going to drive 40 kilometers more often? Train for a better result next year? 21 kilometers per hour. That's a solid speed for such a long time. We've got 29-inch wheels through mud and off-road. I mean, it wasn't quite off-road, right? It was asphalt. Okay, usual daily ride for asphalt 40 kilometers. That's good to know that you didn't hurt yourself. Osprey chicks have hatched. Look at that. Finally, finally, finally. We've got four eggs. So how many osprey chicks have hatched? 4. All males. Okay. How likely is that? 4 males. That's like, oh boy, that's like, calculator. It's like 0.5 times 0.5 times 0.5 times 0.5. In 6.3% of the cases, it happens that you have 4 of the same gender. I mean, 4 of the same sex. And we've been so lucky, or actually so unlucky. Point was that it was really fun and you should try a local race. I mean, some competed in push bike, in push bikes with disc brakes. Yeah. And with front suspensions on push bikes, okay. Well, some super advanced push bikes. Is that a raven here? That's a raven. What is this? Say bike trails are fun. Worst thing is what? is you see girls in the skin tight clothes going uphill in front of you. I think we now linked the tin cage. Yes, we did. Yeah. I should assign a trainer to the osprey chicks. So now I changed. Hello, Tom. I changed the core assignment, the assignment of processes to cores. Dwarf Fortress is now in core 0, and everything else is in other cores. Because I think if this processor, if this CPU is anything like the 18-core CPU, the flagship of today Intel's, then core 0 and 1 can be overclocked by the biggest amount. And hello, Manuel, and everyone else. Nobody really wants to start pumping. Operate pump, he is already coming. How does the core assignment help? Well, Dwarf Fortress runs faster if it has a dedicated core which doesn't allow any other processes but Dwarf Fortress. It really helps. Otherwise, Dwarf Fortress process gets shuffled around through cores which are partially occupied by other processes, and there's some competition for CPU clock cycles. It improves by about 10 or 15% the performance of Dwarf Fortress if it's got a dedicated core. Yeah, it makes sense giving its very own masterwork core. Yes, it does. So how much more obsidian blocks do we have here? There's quite a lot of them here. All right, let's designate it then. So what are your suggestions for the next big fortress? What shall we have in our next fortress, assuming no migrants and no caravan will come to Lancedbrains? We will start a new fortress on Sunday. I would even prefer to play it in this very world. just don't know whether we should pick another civilization or whether we should generate a whole new world. Doesn't matter too much. But any ideas on potential embark areas? And I'm thinking of utilizing the the retracting bridge of Gladeheim's and the magma trap. I'm thinking of a slightly optimized version of this magma trap for the next fortress. But the retracting bridge and seeing enemies fall on upright spikes, on upright spears, was so much fun. I sort of miss it. And I would like to have it in our next fortress. And the magma trap, yeah, maybe that's a pet project. We can have that. We probably will not need it. But it's, I guess it's a good thing to have if you want to deal with forgotten beasts. Because there's maybe something hilly with easy fall of bridges. Yes, I'm thinking also along those lines. Something cliffy or hilly. So that the bridge will really make sense there. I just don't know whether we want... I mean, there are probably no hilly deserts. Deserts are probably mostly flatlands. Would be nice to have some sand and glass. Or ceramics. Some good clay soil. Or I wouldn't even mind having a site without iron. It's good that iron comes in small portions with goblins if it's not abundant. I like those small restrictions, but I wouldn't mind playing an iron embark if we happen to stumble upon iron. I won't mind. I definitely want fluxstone though. Fluxstone. Well, I said we certainly could do without fluxstone and trade for it. I think it could be fun having trade relations with all nations, trade relations with elves, trade relations with humans and dwarves. I don't think we will get to play the upcoming version. It's set to be released sometime in October, but probably not on the 1st of October. We'll probably start playing that fortress on October. Yeah, pretty much October 1st. Yeah, October 1st. I expect it to be released somewhere in November, actually. The new Dwarf Fortress version. And by that time we will have a full-grown fortress flourishing. So we will probably just wait for the first couple of release cycles of these rapid release phase where there are lots of bug fixes and plugins and hacks are getting up to date. Hello, but new to the channel, but thoroughly enjoyed my first video last night. Hey, you're welcome. Today I don't feel as much energetic as I was yesterday because I had a hard day's. What do you say? Not a hard day's night, but I had some demanding work day, and then after that I went with friends for kart racing, so I'm now in the cool down phase. My physical efforts today. Usually I take a small, like a short nap before I stream, so I feel refreshed after work before I stream. But today I didn't take it, so I'm slightly numb. But I'm planning my next fortress because I have little hope that we will actually get another caravan or that migrants will ever come to this. Maybe this civilization is somehow bugged, or not bugged, but I don't know. Somehow doesn't want to save migrants. I know that there is a wave, that there is a command in DF hack to send migrants now. I'm not sure whether I want to use that. But it's not as much about the migrants I'm missing. It's more that we don't get caravans. We don't get any chance to trade, to show off our precious goods and our masterwork crafts. That's the big downer. Fergal says hard day's night. Oh my. Do you know that song by Beatles? Hard day's night. It's been a hard day's night. I like it. And I've been working like a dog. But look at this. We have the wall built, but this is such a mega project. I mean, this wall all around the not really a mega project, but my idea was to build like a super big fortress here, but I see it's never going to be ready, never going to be done. Bathal says our precious spiked wooden balls. Do we have some? Spiked wooden balls. I think we did make a few of them. So let's link some more cages. Have some fun shooting goblins later on. Okay. Precious spiked wooden balls is practically all you ever export. Well, I know they are quite valuable, but I rarely ever do them. I rarely ever make them. But I do some stone. I make some stone crafts, and I buy gems from the caravan, and I encrust these stone crafts, and I sell them back when they are encrusted. I sell clothes. I sell food, lots of food. Usually, masterwork quarry bush roasts, which are insanely expensive. Yeah. But now the fortress is so healthy, I could sell, I could even give away some masterwork steel weapons and armor. But I don't have a caravan to give it to. So we are done here in DH. Yes, your tactics are advanced, hence me learning from you. Yeah, then on Sunday you will see live how I started a fortress. I always like the struggle part and then the build-up phase of a fortress. And I don't always make it. I don't always grow. I mean, my fortress to my liking, and sometimes I get to dislike the fortress, and then I give up on it, retire it, and start anew. But usually, I mean, it doesn't happen too often. Mostly, I manage somehow. I mean, this was my first experiment with a haunted glacier embark, with a very challenging scenario. Although I must say, except for the one case where we faced this syndrome cloud at the very beginning, where some of our reindeers got infected or turned into thralled husks, we didn't really have any problems with the syndrome clouds. We could always avoid them. And the sieges were a problem, beast attacks were a problem, beast attacks were a problem. But we struggled through that. And the beginning phase here was really hard. Yeah, I remember it. It's a good experience. But currently not so much fun to play anymore. I mean, everything has happened, nothing new happens. We get our regular sieges, but as I say, sadly, no caravans, no nothing. I had great times taming and training animals. We trained foxes, we trained sea otters, we trained weasels. Well, we didn't get polar bears and black bears to multiply because we didn't find a couple. Ospreys, ravens, we've tamed. I mean, ravens are not actually tamed yet. We didn't catch another raven. Just wonder, where are the osprey chicks? Where are the osprey chicks? Osprey chick. Oh yeah, okay. Oh, now they're coming up. Okay. Next time when we play a fortress, I'd like to build some above ground, like castle-like structure with at least 2 towers and a main house and fortifications, and actually use it for barracks and or garrison, something like that. That's my plan for the next time. And as for purpose of the fortress, I always like to, I mean, the new stuff about libraries and books and everything, and that's so nice. I love to have some scientists in our fortress and scholars, and I mean, dwarves writing books and collecting books, having some visitors. Ferko says, I seem to like animal training as well. Reindeer are pretty good in terms of not eating all the greenery. Ferko says 2 towers seems good. Yeah. And Batal says, I saw you have a bronze colossus. What is your trap technique to catch flying birds? Actually, accident. Flying birds, I just wait until they are not flying and they eventually get caught in a normal cage trap, randomly positioned on a map. Well, it helps. At the beginning, in the early phases where I had unskilled marks dwarves, I commanded my marks dwarves to try to catch the bird. And the bird got confused and started flying haphazardly all around, and it eventually got caught. So I think likelihood, my feeling is that likelihood of catching a bird in a cage is increased if you actually try to attack it. But well, on the other hand, you are running. I mean, there is a risk that you will actually hit him, hurt him, and you know, kill him. So I don't know what's best, but oh, our magma trap will soon be. Yes, we do have a bronze colossus. The plan was to use him as a unkillable target in this area for permanent Marks Dwarfs training, but I don't think I will do that. I think we can use him as a distraction, or we can use him as a weapon for killing enemies. We should actually move him. Hey, we have trapped a wolverine, didn't we? Of course, that's a wolverine. Let's tame a wolverine. We haven't tamed wolverine yet. Oh, he is still pumping. It is no longer necessary for you to pump, my dear friend. Oh, gold armor stand, masterwork. And this is a nice and stable phase. This is the phase of the Dwarf Fortress where your glory has somehow culminated. You have or haven't attracted the king. You have a relatively well-trained military. You have safe defenses. And the fortress just lives on and drowns in excess and masterworks. So that's the way. That's the time where you can actually start thinking of a really good fortress layout and some individualized rooms and very pompous designs, like cherry-picked compositions of rooms. I mean, that's I've never did this. I've rarely ever had a fortress which went on for 12 years or longer. Gladeheim's was one. Dragon Granite I intentionally finished slightly earlier, and this one is one of my first long-term fortresses. And I think if we manage to do this another time, then we could really make a careful fortress build. Some not quite a mega project, but build some pet project, like this castle-like structure I was talking earlier about. It's a potential plan for the next fortress coming soon. Hello, Winlock. Ah, we have a possessed dwarf. Cancels dig, taken by mood. There we go. I presume this is the one dwarf who... No. Cancel dig taken by mood. Looks like he will want some raw adamantine again. I don't have much more of raw adamantine. Winlock says, what does the idlers up in the corner mean? It's an indication of how many dwarves have nothing to do. There is always in our fortress at least one idler, because I didn't kill him. He turned into a werebeast, and werebeasts are dangerous to their surroundings and to their fellow dwarves, because every full moon they turn into a werebeast and are crazed with bloodlust and try to kill other dwarves without actually knowing, without actually wanting to kill them. And it's like this lycanthropic drive. And so they are a threat to other dwarves. So I put him in an isolated room and I walled him in so that he lives alone, because they are immortal. Once they turn into werebeasts, they become immortal and do not need to drink or eat, and recover from wounds once they turn into a werebeast. So he is always in that room and idling, doing nothing. I consider him dead, and I should probably kill him. I should wait for the phase between two full moons and put him into our magma trap and let him die there, a dwarfy death, or like an unlucky accident. Because if I don't do that and retire this fortress, he will probably go free again, and it could potentially harm the dwarves here and the whole civilization. So that's why I have one idlers. Usually I have 0 idlers. There is always, if you look at the list of my dwarves, in the left column is the list of dwarves, and in the right column is what they are currently doing. This is the werebeast. Everybody has got something to do. You see, everybody is busy with something. I like to keep my dwarves always busy. We're currently building a wall around the whole map. I mean, not the whole map, but the whole embark site. What construction is present here? Granite block floor. Well, will you please deconstruct it then? I want a wall here, not a floor. Winlock says, I'm going to watch some Let's Plays on Dwarf Fortress so I can come back here and understand what you're doing. Yeah, okay. If you come to hang around on Sunday, like Sunday noon European time, or early afternoon European time, you will get to see how I start a new fortress. So if you want to see what is it like to start from the very beginning, but how I do it, But you are going to see it in other Dwarf Fortress Let's Plays if you're going to watch, so you have something to compare it to. So Sunday is the time for a new fortress, maybe even a whole new world. I'm not sure whether I will keep this world or generate a new one. I feel like generating a new one is almost the better choice, because here I would like to play with this civilization, and it would bother me a lot if the next fortress would get stuck just like this. I mean, maybe it's not a bug of our embark that we are not getting any caravans from mountain homes. Maybe it's a bug of our civilization, because we had, if you remember, we had this werebeast in our previous fortress, which got free, and probably some dwarves have contracted lycanthropy and turned into werebeasts themselves. So maybe they have a werebeast problem in their own fortress now. Granite ref tourmalines, copper bars. Oh, okay, so no adamantine this time. Yeah. So that's good. I like to keep my adamantine. Has improved a gold chest. Yeah, I think it's time where we start to build these royal rooms dotted with gold furniture, like statues, chests, cabinets, golden doors, weapon racks, armor stands. I think we have another weapon rack which we can build. Gold weapon rack. Yes, can put a gold armor stand. I don't know what this room will be for, but we can definitely have another armor stand here. We have a masterwork gold armor stand, masterwork. Oh, let's actually put a slightly worse armor stand. Put the masterwork superb armor stand in some other place. Like what will a king need? King will need a throne room. This will be the throne room. He will need a bedroom. This is the bedroom with the 2 beds. He will need a dining room. This could be the dining room, and this, I don't know. He will need a royal mausoleum. This will be the royal mausoleum. And this, I don't know what sort of rooms it will be. We could make it, I don't know what. Or we could make a bigger dining room, like 2 rooms or even 3 rooms dining room. And what this room is going to be, I have no idea. But let's put some masterwork armor stand. Library. Well, we have a library. We have a separate library already, and I don't think we will make a separate library for the king. We don't have that many books. I thought we'd get more visitors here, but since it is such a haunted area close to goblin fortresses, nobody really likes to visit it. So I guess, yeah, that's one of the reasons we don't have a good library here. But we have some scholars and bookbinders and everything. We do. Don't I have a gold chest? I thought I'd have a gold chest. Obviously I don't. No siree, we don't have a gold chest. Maybe we do have a gold cabinet then. Yes, we do. Or even more than one. Maybe we have another statue. Yes, we do. Maybe we have some gold doors. Only one gold door. Okay, which is decorated. I need a couple more. We've got only 12 gold bars. Yeah, that's the reason we are no longer making gold furniture as fast. But we have some more gold which only needs to be mined. So yes, we can mine that. Some gold veins. Did we actually finish mining jobs down here? Yes, we did. All right, let's have some more gold mined. This is an okay vein. Okay. I'm so sorry, guys, but I died. I mean, I don't know what happened, why it happened. I wanted to repeat the last command, like dig V, and I don't know if I pressed the up arrow in the console window of the FHAG too many times, but somehow he recalled from memory the command die, which means close Dwarf Fortress, don't save the game. So we have lost like 1 hour of gameplay, but we didn't really do much except for this placement of gold furniture in the king's room. So I'm sorry, but we will have another session mostly repeating what we did today tomorrow again. Or maybe, I don't know, maybe tomorrow we start playing other fortress right away. Oh boy. Yeah, that's what happens if you use the DF hack. Sorry. I don't know. We will see tomorrow. Okay. I guess tomorrow I'll relax and make plans for new fortress while we will just repeat this. But that's enough for today. Or everybody have a good evening. And see you tomorrow. Goodbye.